Oh God, yes, please. Mother Mary. Oh, oh.
You're saying you think this could be an area that is recent?
Yes.
Like how recent?
It could be, from the 2017 survey, like the last
Yeah.
bits, because those were all like right around the edge, the back edge. This one also is like, you saw it, like it's like a couple meters, so it might not even be resolved in any of those surveys.
So you mean like potentially erupting between 2017 and now, or between
No,
2017 and 2012?
yes.
Ah. Oh, I see.
Yeah. I don't see anything that's right in front of us, so maybe just hold it and we can hop a couple meters till we see some more of that grabby stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
That's too big for any of our. It might go. Yeah, yeah, okay, all right. And since we're here, yeah, that would be faster than. What are you talking about? This little thing? Yeah, I'd take that. Watch your grip force. That's my band name, Dave. Yeah.
Absolutely. Grip Force team assemble.
There's this little bit right there. It's the only piece of this entire rock that doesn't crumble. There it is. Can we put it in a starboard? And then folks, I promise we'll get out of this spot.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Some white flakes coming out of it.
Want the sampling, Sava? I have it. You can do it as well. Whatever Bob wants.
Is that a dead eel? One of the smaller ones. Will it fit there? Okay. Nice. And you see, folks, it's just that easy.
How simple is that?
And you can still cut a tomato with it.
That's, now that is 132. And that was in box D.
Box D, thanks.
Thank you.
Nice view from from Atlanta.
That?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, everyone, I'm not going to yuck your yum on that.
Like, what?
What, the who?
All right, Johan, waypoint 2.
Gotta put a cover on
Copy
that one.
that. So it'll be 290 again. Bridge nav. Can we have a 30 meter move at bearing 290, please? Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and restart the eDNA sampler, pump 0 and pump 1.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what? That's the router controller. Yep,
What's it called?
the router controller.
Router controller. I've got a stream deck back here.
And you can have it. So we're good.
So that's the kind of rock sample that you would like from various places?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't tried, but some of these like plates on top of what would be fine as well. But we're going to pass over quite a bit here and kind of get a feel for what's down there.
Yeah, just trying to understand what you want.
Yeah, for the future, and where is pretty
where?
easy. It's going to be like at these spots. We kind of have done this one here, and we'll probably might just skip this one because we'll run low on time and just do.
Is this the vent side or this one?
This one.
Oh, you mean keep sampling? Or
Yeah, we can zip.
oh, there's a bunch of eels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eels.
Yeah, we've been seeing quite a few around, and a range of sizes too. So everything from really small, like maybe 15 centimeters, up to these larger ones.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, look how many there are now
Yeah.
down in that little gully.
Maybe they moved. What is it called? Eel City.
Yeah, this was Eel City somewhere around here. I don't know if it was the top
in
of
the cone.
top of the
It was
cone.
in
Yeah,
Napanua,
it was at the top. Yeah, we're down closer to the mode of death.
Clearly not for
Now
these
it's
eels.
just become the mode of uncomfortability.
It clearly doesn't seem to mind 4,000 ppm of CO2.
Yeah, the mode of meh. Or the Sigma mode, is that, Erica?
Maybe
Is
they're
that
getting
what-
ready for like an eel takeover.
Sigma.
Lots of eels.
As carbon dioxide increases.
Actually, CO2 is going down right here.
So someone I saw in the chat earlier was asking the relationship between CO2 and oxygen, and up near the surface where it's controlled by biological processes, it's definitely true that they're the opposite of each other. But down here, there's a
bridge
different source of CO2. Oh, we got some organisms or something. What's the white stuff?
White. My guess is sort of like.
Can we move another 20 meters?
Can you snap zoom on that bad
290,
boy?
please. Thank you.
Huh.
There's a little eel.
Oh yeah, bacteria. Okay, no organism.
Weird.
We're good.
There's another little eel.
I was going to say, little eels though.
Lots of little eel. I think, you know, the purple thing that we were seeing on the rocks, there might have been just little eels hanging out.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm happy here.
Is there anything significant about these larger formations that we're passing through? It looks like there's some like big kind of hills, a little bigger than what we looked at before. Is there anything significant about those?
You know, possibly if you could kind of figure out where they were on a macro scale, but really the way that these eruptions proceed is like pillow by pillow. And so if at some point a pillow breaks open at the top and it grows, you know, up,
Gotcha.
it can just kind of stochastically produce a little high point. But sometimes what you see on lava flows on land is that they can establish a lava tube, like a channel underneath the crust, and then the crust can grow higher in that location.
Interesting.
But that would be pretty unlikely in this setting. So Santiago, when you were here before, was any of the lava devoid of benthic organisms?
Yeah, so around at the base of the cone, we didn't see much, but we didn't spend too much time there because the visibility was really poor.
Yeah.
We'll catch them on the way back.
But this is interesting. Yeah, I guess I was expecting to have less visibility here.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see the rocks because it really confirms that
Yeah.
there's not much living here except for those eels.
Well, there's also some small crustaceans that we've seen moving
Yeah.
around through the water column, and they might be down on the bottom, but they're awful small, so I don't think we'd pick them up from the height that we're flying. So, and I thought earlier I saw one of the eels grab one of the red shrimp.
I saw that too. It was in its
Really?
mouth.
Yeah, it was in its mouth, and then it looked like it gulped it down. We weren't able to zoom at that point. We were just getting
Really?
settled in. So,
Oh, I missed that.
yeah, so I think there's some other smaller crustacean things in here, as well as the eels, but haven't seen anything besides that.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any ophoroids or other echinoderms, and none of the benthic organisms that we've seen on our other dives.
So what's interesting that those eels are not endemic to this place or to venti areas that you can find them in many places.
Did they run genetics on the eels from the previous cruises to confirm
Yeah.
that?
Well, we're coming up on previously known vent sites.
Ooh,
So
shimmery.
Ooh. Oh, there is shimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we're right on the waypoint.
Yeah.
Santiago, did you want to continue sampling on these pumps, or did you want to switch?
I think keep sampling.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're at 45 liters on pump 0 and 39 on pump 1.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Was there structures here or?
No, it
No.
looked like this.
Okay.
Exactly like this.
I guess what we'd like to do is maybe find a spot to
Ooh, bubbles.
look at the temperature.
You see those?
Oh, yeah.
See what the CO2 does here.
Yeah, with the temp probe. It's bubbly.
Yeah. CO2 is climbing. The fluff.
I'm going to pause the samplers.
Yeah, this is interesting observation because the crustaceans that swim, we see them higher in the water column, so they can clearly move in the water column. And the eels, I mean, they can swim. So it's maybe animals that can withstand short periods of high CO2, but not the sessile attached things that can live. Because often I remember seeing dead animals in, I guess in this place is where we dove 2017, but as I say, it was very turbid and there was lots of dead eels and other critters. Whew, CO2 is coming up really high. 12,000.
So this is super interesting to me. So this indicates that this venting system is probably very similar to the one on the east rim, but basically it's been covered by a lava flow rather than being reflective of the cooling of the lava flow itself.
And you say that based on the CO2?
Yeah, because otherwise there's not a source of CO2.
Right. It'll be just warm rock, but
Yeah.
not. So this is coming from much deeper, just going through the pillows and
Yeah.
getting cooled as in trains seawater. Well, we'll see the temperature. But last time the measure was around 20, in the 20s degrees Celsius. We'll see what it is now.
Yeah. Oh. Why did that go way down?
Uh-oh. Did something happen? Uh-oh.
Is that too high?
I don't think that's too high. Did she give you instructions? I think
No.
it was too high. I wanted to turn it off. Remember that from a few days ago.
Okay.
She had a document somewhere.
Not there.
Have it? Above 1,000.
If it rises.
Close. Monitor humidity. Inlet.
Humidity is low.
If withdraw if humidity approaches 80. Oh, but that's for the inlet.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so this is inlet gas pressure. Oh, here. No, sampling, because this is talking about a sampling. We're not sampling. Oh, here. Outlet pressure and housing pressure. Outlet, housing. No, that's fine.
Oh, you know what? It probably saturated.
But we
if it
didn't
gets
see
too
that.
high.
And
So where is your temp probe reporting at? What screen should I look at? Oh, there. Yep.
21. Going up. 22. 24.
So not as hot as the ones that we saw
No.
in our
It's
previous
still
dive,
going up.
but still, yeah. Any guesses
28.
on how high it's going to go?
33.
I'll say 32. No, 31. Ooh, 31.
Is this like Price is Right now? Go low, go high.
32.
Kind of asymptotically approaching 32. Oh, but we went past that.
Oh. Gonna lose. 33.
Oh, 33. Oh, we're still going.
Yeah. Some good bubbling. Ooh, what's it doing? Oh my gosh. This is doing some weird things. I don't. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna text Mary.
Why is it? It's like it's gone to a very small scale. There used to be a thing that you could auto out to the whole scale. Did it turn off and turn back on? Yeah, because it's only going back 1 minute.
Yeah. Why did it do that?
I don't know. Oh, splitting the difference between
34.
Bob's 36 and my 33. Stay below 34.5.
It definitely slowed down. It was increasing quite steadily, and now it's like 34.4, just kind of hovering there.
Bob's trying to put it a little
he's
deeper.
gonna wiggle it a little deeper.
Surely it can be a little warmer. Oh, 34.5. Oh, back to 34.4.
Yep, 34.4. All right, did you get that, Erica? Nice. Okay.
34.4.
Wow, over 14,000.
Yeah, but it's been really strange.
Yeah, but it's because it stopped. It's just showing us the last 2 minutes of recording.
Yeah.
I would not. Too many bubbles here for bird deployment.
Yeah. It would not be good for Sage.
All right, so yeah, we can put that away. Next operation would be just to look around this area a little bit, see if we see anything amazing, and then head off to the next waypoint. Yeah, we can put it back in the box if you want. Oh my gosh, now I want to sit in that navigator chair even more.
Yeah, that's quite the opportunity.
Johan, stand by for smacking.
Standing by.
Ridge nav, we want to smack at a bearing of 227.
Grip force 4.
Honestly, I have never loved this craft manipulator more than I love it right now.
Positive energy into the universe.
This might be other gases.
Yeah, she was saying things that could be like measuring H2S and
Yeah.
nitrous oxide and things like that.
That would be weird.
Mary says should be fine.
Okay.
Just kind of too much CO2.
Okay. So not really colonized by any macrofauna. There's plenty of bacterial mat, though, for something to feed on if it wanted to.
We do have an eel there.
Let's see. Johan, let's skip waypoint 3 and go directly to waypoint 4.
Okay. So leaving this area as well?
Leaving this area.
Copy that.
Santiago, did you want me to continue on pumps 0 and 1, or did you want to switch to another one?
Let's continue.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till we get just a little bit clearer from the sediment, and then I'll restart.
Sounds good. Thank you. I think
So
right now it
bearing
looks
is going to
pretty
be
good.
225.
Particles that are natural.
Go ahead.
I think it's fine to restart
Okay.
it now.
Starting pump 0 and starting pump 1.
Bridge nav. Can we have a ship move 30 meters, bearing 225, please? Thank you.
So in this direction, we're going to come across or we're going to come up about 80 meters towards the end of this move, or somewhere 2/3 into it.
It's amazing to see how much has changed. Like literally, we would sit on the seafloor and we couldn't see it. We
Wow.
just feel it. But in 2017, could not see the manipulator holding in front of the in front of the camera. It was very hard to see the manipulator.
Huh.
Felt like diving in Woods Hole in the winter. Whoa. 18,000.
What?
I thought I saw a little shimmer there for a second.
Yeah, but this is the
Yeah, there
highest
was.
CO2
Down in that
we've ever
crater.
seen.
That's a peak. That's a peak. Yeah, this is a lot of CO2.
Carbonated ocean.
And there's still eels around.
Yeah.
They must be holding their breath.
Well, oxygen saturation is still showing 39.4%. So there's at least some oxygen there.
We're starting to see a decrease in the like active microbial mat.
Yeah, there's more venting ahead.
Can you wiggle to the right a little bit, to that white stuff?
Dropping like a rock. Like a rock. Let's see if we get over this and it'll be like a...
Could be.
So with Mara, we did this experiment after sampling with the IGTs.
Yeah.
We brought Herc up to like 8 meters.
Yeah.
And so that's when he peaked really to like 14,000.
Oh, really?
I could see the bubbles on the down-looking camera coming out.
Wow. I mean, that looks like active bacterial mat, but white mat is often like sulfur reducing bacteria.
Bridge nav.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Santiago, you
Can
want the
we
pumps
add another 30
stopped,
meters
or you
at
want to keep
55,
continuing?
please?
I think continue.
Thank you.
Unless we sit down, yeah.
Okay. It is stirring up just a little bit, so wanted to make sure.
Can we zoom on whatever that white stuff is?
I think we can continue.
Okay.
Looks pretty clear. Oh yeah. I guess let's put...
It's not too bad, though.
Yeah.
Can we get a zoom on that white stuff? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Oh, we do have lots of eels here.
Interesting. Looks like the glass has worn off in those areas. You're seeing the rock underneath. And you see the little vesicles even in the rock. Oh, I'm happy. Well, a little family of eels there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the collective noun for eels?
Yeah, like what's a group of eels called?
Yeah.
I think we get to make it up.
A tangle.
A knot.
Gonna ask some AI. Or Google.
We could ask what?
AI?
AI? Yeah.
Oh, what I'm seeing online is a swarm.
A swarm?
Okay.
A swarm of eels.
That sounds right.
Oh, and another one says a bed.
A bed.
A bed of eels or a swarm of eels.
So to me, it's looking like the white stuff's kind of staining on the exposed rock
Yeah.
as opposed to active flow of any kind.
Yeah, because it's flowing, I mean, it's on top of the pillows, right? Not on the
Yeah.
edges. Some micros munching on your glass?
Hey, stay off my glass.
Are you waving a cane? I can't see.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
She says it's an A.
Yeah, but it's not there. I think it's...
Oh, you've seen it before?
Yeah. Okay, that looks normal.
She's coming.
Okay.
How long do you think it took for these formations to form? Is this something that if we were sitting here, it would be like really interesting and active constantly, or do you think it's more of a slow oozing?
I think it'd be pretty interesting. There's been a couple observations of pillows forming. One was in, shallow water offshore Hawaii, and the other was at West Mata volcano. And I think it'd be pretty mesmerizing. We would see the glow of the lava, and at this depth, possibly some steam formation, but maybe not because the pressure is too high.
Bridge nav.
But I think if we were seeing it erupt,
Can we move
this
another
new form
30
would be more
meters at bearing
violent
225,
or
please?
very gentle?
I think we could come right up
Thank
to
you.
it. The water would keep it from being violent. It would be, if we could hear it, it would be awesome. Be a lot of cracking and noise, but I think it would be, we could be pretty near it. Wouldn't be violent.
Yeah, because the West Mata ones were kind of violent. It was like
Explosions,
explosive.
yeah. But even then, they were a meter away from it, Like,
Yeah. Well, CO2 is going up again. Interesting, because it wasn't that high over the white mat areas.
Yeah, that was the low point.
Yeah. But it's
Oh, look at this barfing pillow.
That's a punk rock band right there.
Opening for Grip Force 4 and the headliner Permeable Pathway is Barfing Pillow.
this is awesome data. Go over terrain and.
Why is it so smooth though? Because it's changing rapidly?
But that's what it was looking like. This is when it was having the freak. This is what I'm used to seeing, and a much more smooth.
Yeah.
And the pressure has gone down. I wonder if it's just like it was just too much gas and it just built up pressure.
Maybe. That's where it was when we started, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm sorry if we woke you up. I was doing weird things. Now it's kind of being back to. Do you want to see here?
It kind of reset the logging here to 21:45. That's like 15 minutes ago. It gave us a new screen.
You want to see here for a bit, Mary? I can. Are you sure? Yeah, we were looking at your guidelines, but I couldn't find anything about that.
So the voltage scan was a little funky. Like it was like there's a hump here, yeah. Yeah.
So where's the A that you're seeing?
If you zoomed in at all, then you get an A, and it also ranges. But maybe you just hadn't zoomed in, and it was weird for some other reason.
Oh, if you scroll, it zooms in?
Yeah, it is like like actively.
Maybe. But we
Adam,
haven't
can I
touched
slip in a
like
question?
Sure.
So it says, what causes the ridges on the lava crust?
Oh, that's a great question. So
They got really high,
it's
19,000.
basically like a comb being pulled over this liquid. So they, when it breaks out into a new pillow, you can kind of see on the solidified crust, it's kind of wavy, and that just like rakes over the lava, and before it has a chance to re-smooth itself, it gets frozen into place. So it's kind of stretch marks when it's going parallel
We
to the
have a
crack.
feature coming up in front of Atalanta.
Right, that's expected, yep. And the ones that are along are scratch marks, basically. Kind of like when you press Play-Doh through an opening, it can, if that opening was wavy, you would get those waves stuck in the extruded Play-Doh. All right, we're heading
look at
up
that,
this
that's cool.
wall of pillows. This is what we think is the edge of a different eruptive center. When the pillows form on steep slopes, they make these elongated pillow tubes.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, yep.
Santiago, when did you want to switch pumps? I know we were going to try to do different zones. Are we hitting that zone change yet or not yet?
Yes. Can we switch, actually?
Sure can. I'm going to stop pump 1 and pump 0. And going to start pump 2 and pump 3 now.
So when we had this map of the area that we made with Sentry, we could see really sharp edges on some of these features.
That's 134 and 135.
And
Great,
this
thanks.
does look like a pretty vertical wall.
It's amazing. It would be great to take a closer look at the rocks to see if we see any animals whenever.
Yeah, when we're at the,
It's a good chance.
there's, I guess, on the wall and on the top of this should be the same age of feature.
Oh yeah. So where do you see the contact?
So if we,
Bridge,
oh yeah, that's
bridge
a good
now.
one. So it's basically which one did we skip? We skipped this one, so we went like up the contact is. The contact here.
Can we move the ship 30 meters at
You
bearing
can't
225,
see
please? Thank you.
a difference in the lava. It's more a physical change.
Oh, okay. So like a change in slope and.
Yes, like there's this big pancake over here with steep sides, and then we were on the lower pancake.
So like this, right?
Yes.
That's contour, pretty much.
Yeah.
Santiago, I also forgot to ask you about Niskins.
Yeah, I forgot that too.
So I think we might have missed the mode of death at this point.
Yeah. It's fine. I mean, they're not gas tight, but yeah.
Okay, but chime in if we get to a point where you want to sample.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder.
Sorry I didn't remind you sooner.
No, I was also entertained by the rocks.
It's really been interesting.
We call these gateway rocks. You guys will all be geologists by the end of the trip.
Gateway
Well,
rocks.
it makes it interesting to be sitting next to a geologist.
Right, yeah, you hear
Exactly.
about
That was-
toothpaste and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. toothpaste.
Extrusion, great
Extrusion.
words.
There might be something here. I don't know.
Bob, could you take a look at this little area, see if there's something growing there?
It's
Looks
fuzzy.
like more of the hairy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ooh,
Ah,
long
What
hairs.
is that?
Chia Hill.
Wow. It's like really hairy glass.
What is that?
Yeah, that's gotta be bacterial.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know an
I'm
organism
gonna
like
call
that,
it
but
Vegetola because it's the only bacteria that I know.
what about ciliates? Could ciliates look like that?
Oh, yeah. I gotta ask Roxanne or somebody. Didn't it have some like were blue?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
on Guaymas on a
Guaymas.
cruise I was on, we saw these look like blue shag carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was until very recently that I learned that those were ciliates.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's see if there's a microbiologist in the chat.
Yep, good.
Mm-mm. $19,000 ppm. That's can't really imagine what that
Yeah, that's crazy.
environment is like.
The lava doesn't look any different here in terms of like what's colonizing it,
No.
the amount of sediment on it. So I would, initial guess say it might be the same period of eruption as that lower thing we were on before.
Hey, Johan, I'm so sorry. The pumps were actually 133 and 134.
Oh, sorry.
I just realized it now.
My mistake.
Ooh.
No, I wrote it wrong in
Nice
my
snakes
notes.
there.
Yeah.
Copy.
Is there some pink things growing on the rock here?
Oh, that one on the
Oh,
left.
that could be some anemones. I can't. They don't actually know.
It doesn't look
No, it's more
organic.
like a staining.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking around from the distance.
Yeah. These aren't the orange things we're looking for.
Different orange.
Look at that view in the
Whoa.
wide angle cam. That's wild.
Oh,
That
that's
is
cool.
amazing. I'm gonna take a picture of just this.
All right, we're happy on that zoom.
Yeah, thanks.
It looks like there's some other patches of that color, both on the column on the left and a little bit behind where we were looking as well.
Oh no, the upper camera is offline. What the hell does that mean? That's what it says on my stream deck.
It's really interesting. These formations look like they're just kind of spilling, got caught mid-spill, like a waterfall frozen in time.
Oh, it's back online now.
I think you're doing the capture every 5
Like,
seconds.
It looks like, yeah, it's really frequent, probably more frequent than it needs to be for science, but it's the right for photogrammetry, I guess.
Looks like more of that hairy bacteria or ciliate mat there.
Yeah.
I'm still seeing our cutthroat eels here and there.
Val, can you remind me which pumps you were pumping first and what are you pumping now?
Yeah, our first set were pump 0 and pump 1.
Mm-hmm.
We are now pumping on pump 2 and pump 3.
Thank you.
And those started at 2206.
Thank you.
Seeing more of that mat there on the left.
Yeah, hairy mat.
Went to high school with that guy.
Maybe at some point, if there's some of that map where we are sampling a rock, we could slurp some up just to see what it is.
You can what?
Slurp some mat or some of the hairy stuff at some point.
I wonder if it will come off. It's interesting because they're very localized and also seem to be on like flat spots. Right?
Yeah, it's either where mat has accumulated, like bacterial mat has
Can we move
accumulated.
20 meters at bearing 225, please?
I haven't seen it over like more steep
Thank you.
surfaces.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem to be in, I don't know.
Wow, it's looking so cool to see this forming.
Oh my God, yeah. I guess that's kind of a bucket list thing to see a submarine eruption in action, but only a handful of people ever have, really.
Yeah.
Bob, were you on that West Mata cruise? Oh, one of them's in this room. What about Northwest Rhoda? Jesus. Some people have all the luck, I tell you.
My marine biology students loved those videos. Showed them in my classes there at University of Guam.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. They were pretty amazed that you guys just sat down there watching that happen. Rocks flying out. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I remember at AGU they had that on with the sound in like a subwoofer system.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
You could hear it and feel it.
I think the coolest thing was when you set Jason down on the seafloor and it turned out to be a crusted over sulfur pool.
Oh.
Jeez.
Was it you chipping off the sulfur afterwards?
Oh, man.
Where was that?
That was Northwest Rhoda up in the Mariana.
Yeah.
Wow. I think there's one of the rocks that were ejected sitting in the University of Guam's classroom, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yeah. Never even heard of that part. That's fascinating.
'Cause if you have enough sulfur, it's molten at pretty low temperatures compared to like lava. Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. That's funny you should mention because I'm starting a business selling ROV steam cleaners. Each one is going to cost $10 million, so I need to sell just one, and then I'm set. Or half a nodule.
But not.
Okay.
Well, if you sell just one, Woods Hole's going to buy it.
bridge now.
It's very cool. The CO2s keep dropping and dropping as we get shallow.
Can we move 10 meters at 225, please? Thank you.
Actually, there seems to be more sediment up here.
Mm-hmm.
This could be, yeah, I would guess we shouldn't have expected to see any on the wall there.
Yeah, this should be a pretty steep wall, Robert. Maybe 30, 40 meters in height.
Oh, yeah, I see. So that's the next big contour.
Great.
Waypoint 4B. Yeah. I think that's this contour is where we are creeping into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a reset.
So this is looking a lot more jumbled and smaller pieces, Adam. Is this stuff that was ejected or stuff that's broken off of things further up?
Yeah, it's basically a talus slope. So the material, the lava was erupted, was over steepened, you know, it was too steep and started to kind of slide down the hill and make these broken pieces of pillow.
Seems like there's maybe less sediment on these. You think those are newer kind of pieces that are broken off, or?
Yeah, a little hard to say. I think that they,
Yeah.
there's a light dusting maybe across all of them, but I don't know. When we get to the top, it'll be more diagnostic of like how much sediment has accumulated.
Yeah.
Because this is getting
Well, I guess
swept
this range
off
is 6
constantly.
meters.
I was about to say I hadn't seen any eels, but there is one there, just right of center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our whole range is only 6 meters too, so maybe we're not. That's true.
CO2s
We're right there.
coming up again,
Bridge nav.
slowly.
Interesting.
Can we move another 10 meters at 225, please? Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be really cool to correlate the CO2 data with the mapper data.
Yeah.
I hope it works this time. I think it will.
No.
Wow. Yeah. I wonder if we see also, if Mary will see another methane signal at that at the same time it was like a super high CO2
Yeah.
over the vents. So this is where all those pieces of talus come from?
Yeah, you can kind of see some, the way these pillows fracture, they have like almost like little columnar joints along the outside. It's because they cool from the outside inward, and these cracks propagate inward
Bridge
along
now.
with a kind of geometric pattern.
Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, that's what you see, or like when there's underwater eruptions, or maybe a little land where you see kind of
Hi,
like
can we do another 30
cracks of,
meters
like,
at
light.
225, please?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks so much.
Huh. This is taller than I expected it to be here. Are we kind of at the top now, or still more to climb?
We're pretty much at the top.
Coming down again.
Yeah, I think we just came over a big little hump there.
So it's like a CO2 peak, like 820, 25.
All right, keeping our eyes open for a sampling location somewhere in this general area. Buds or crust? Well, whatever's available. I have seen some the little snaky tubes, but we haven't got a crust yet. That might be interesting. There's a lot of relief in this area.
I haven't seen any more of the hairy mats.
I see some
You see some?
right over there.
Ah. There's another peak of CO2 coming up.
Really? Hard to make sense of.
I'm gonna reset you again after that cliff. I'm pretty cold today, yeah.
Dave, you want to tell them the temperature?
Here in Van A, 71 degrees.
71 degrees, that's the same as before.
I've had a persistent temperature alarm on the routing switcher throughout the whole dive so far.
Oh.
I cranked up the fans over here, 3 and 4, trying to get that to come down. It hasn't. There was also a failure in the ship's chilled water a couple hours ago, and it's taken a while for that to stabilize again. So lots of dynamics temperature-wise today.
Bob, do you want to see if you
a
can
nice way
set
of
up
saying
on top of this and grab that crust? Okay, pick another spot. Also, is that an octopus or something over there? Let's go look at that.
Yes, please.
As a whole, a shadow. Or really great camouflage.
That wasn't nice, getting me all excited. There's an octopus. Nope.
It's like seeing animals in the clouds.
Yeah, it's true. The shadows do play tricks on you. For the rocks too, I'm like, well, you just reach under that loose rock and there's just some shadow that's not anything.
Can we move 20 meters at 260, please? 260, please. Perfect, thank you.
I was still just imagining all of this forming and how cool it would look. Just kind of belching out. twisting and settling into these formations.
Bob, I'm giving you the freedom to pick your spot. Yeah, yeah. It looks very crumbly.
I'm going to pause pump 2 and 3 while we're sampling.
I go 2. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's
You think if you like seat Herc hard on one of the pillows and it breaks, it could start like a landslide?
I don't think it would go very far.
No.
No.
No, I don't mean here, but like on an edge of a, like of that wall. It was really
Yeah,
vertical.
possibly. I don't know. That is fit with the, one of the great things about being a geologist is eventually you end up at the top of a cliff or a hill, and then you like start throwing rocks off. Oh, see, that part is loose right there. That's the one. Oh, and it's getting hard to see.
Now I really do feel like it's the claw machine at the arcade.
Yeah. Well, there is some stuff down below, right in front of the basket, that could be scoopable. Or you could scoop up that stuff that's fallen off. It doesn't look like it's that far behind it. Yeah, let's try it. Looks like some Canadians made your handles there.
Oh, the hockey pucks?
Yeah. They're good for the flat grippers, I suppose. Yeah, but the stuff behind it you could just scoop up.
There's one.
Oh. Oh, that's how you do it? Good, happy with that. Yeah.
So this is actually sample 135.
Great.
I want to shout out to Kenna Rubin, who's watching from University of Rhode Island and providing sample advice via text.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're doing the same with Jill this morning.
Oh yeah? She
Yeah.
was like, hey, put it over there.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, waypoint 5, Johan.
Copy.
No blue button.
No blue button.
All right, it's going to be a bearing of 215. Bridge nav. Can we we have a ship move 30 meters at 215, please? Thank you.
So I wonder if Sage could be power. How much power does it take? Like, could you use some deep sea batteries and set it at one of these places for like a month and see what the variation is?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Sure. Mary knows exactly. Yeah. But that would be really cool. Monitor.
Yeah.
I am restarting pump 2 and pump 3.
Thank you, Val.
It looks like we're going to go down slope about 20 meters and then back up again. Bridge now. Hi, just wanted to let you know your intercom is still live. Alright, thanks.
Uh-oh. Were they saying anything about me?
I couldn't understand it.
So I had my finger poised on the button to turn that off. I can control that from here, and it's just about to do
copy.
that. So, but that's good. Makes him aware.
It's interesting we don't see any animals here.
Yeah. I mean, this all could be the most recent phase of eruption, you know, but still that could have been 10 years of time.
I mean, we saw colonization of animals after 5 years, or we think 5 years. Oh, I see a hydroid. See it over here? Talking about animals.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, where did it go? I saw it waving in the wind.
Can you guys draw it on the screen?
Well, I saw it and I did it, but I don't... Oh yeah, that's what I saw. You see the white?
Oh, now I
Yeah,
see
spot?
it. Good eye.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Was that, so that's about 10 centimeters or maybe 15?
Yeah.
Looks like there's smaller ones too, all over the rock.
Oh, those are sponges. Yes, so this is what we're looking for.
Oh,
These are carnivorous sponges. You see this?
Yeah, yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, see them more, and that's one of the hydroids. Yeah, so these are two different species that we've seen.
As early colonizers, right? Those
Yeah.
were the first ones, yeah. Nice.
No, that's a hydroid. We identified it as potentially Branchioceratus.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
Spelled
was
like
going to
this.
say.
Yeah, you recognize it?
Oh, yeah. Branchioceratus, I would have said
Oh, it has one of those number 8 creatures hanging out there. Those are weird.
that. What's that one?
I don't know what they are, but you see them sometimes. And you see this carnivorous sponge just like
Oh, just barely peeking out, yeah.
just at the edge. Abyssocladia genus of the sponge.
Huh, so that would mark this as similar to your kind of
The
5 to 10-year-old.
So yeah, I would say depending on the abundance, the 5 to 12. Yeah, does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
If we see some of the corals
Oh,
in
the
a little while.
octocorals, the soft
Yeah.
corals.
Yeah, those were only when we, well, you know, now it's older now. Everything's older.
Yeah, but at the time that was the.
The 5 to 12 only.
Uh,
Now the 0 to 5.
Can we
Yeah,
move
the red
another
corals,
30
mushroom
meters
corals.
at 215, please?
And there should be anemones around
Thank you.
too. So this is interesting to me because like we're dropping back to almost background levels of CO2.
Ah,
When
so
it was
maybe
higher,
maybe
nothing.
that's a control. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is an indicator of a high presence of gas, right? Or,
Yeah.
or plume or something.
But it might be a limit on colonization.
Could be. I mean, it's high CO2 is. You know, that also means low pH. We don't have a pH sensor here, but
Yeah, that would be nice.
that's why I was surprised to see those eels just hanging out in like this super high CO2. Like, well, Val is right, you know, they were identified as a species that is found outside of, okay, like just on seamounts, inactive seamounts,
Uh-huh.
deep sea. But I don't think they've ever been sampled.
Oh, that was going to be my question. Has there been any genetics on that to verify if they're
Definitely not genetics.
distinct
Well,
species
there's nothing
versus?
published.
Oh, okay.
We didn't sample them in either 2017 or 2019.
Might be able to get one of those small inquisitive ones in the slurp, but
That'll be
it'd be
actually quite interesting.
challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta drive around with like the slurp out and
Maybe we
hope that you intersect.
Well,
Maybe we'll see one
A few
sleeping.
times they've come right up to us, right on the arm actually. So it's not impossible, but it'd be tricky. Definitely faster than the lobster.
Hey Bob, can you bring the porch in a little bit? I'm still getting the milk crate and the cinema cam. Thank you.
And Santiago, I should have reminded you, did you want to do a Niskin up here
I think a little bit further up.
a little further up?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're okay with these pumps continuing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm interested in, we're interested in running the pumps, the DNA pumps over, like switching when we switch to seafloor, that could be a different H.
Mm-hmm.
So we can correlate the observations
Okay.
with the geology, with the DNA, with the CO2. What a data set, huh?
A lot to put together.
With the vibes in the control van.
I'm still unable to use that word in a sentence.
Vibes?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we'll get you there by the end of this cruise.
Yeah, Adam will get you up to speed on vibes-based oceanography.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And some say it's Sigma, you know?
Adam. Adam.
I didn't know you were here. I wouldn't have never said that.
No, I snuck in. I made sure that I was going to not hear that word. It's not even the start of my shift
happening?
officially. Jeez Louise.
Like pressure washing us or something?
Bridge nav. Can we add another 30 meters at 215, please? Thank you.
Oh, hi. This is like deja vu. I started the dive with all this. Yeah. Oh, there's a cool squid in that camera. Me? I already slept. Yeah? Oh, no, no, no. No, we can't eat here. I'll come down in a few minutes.
So,
Oh, really?
Megan, we do actually have a mission for you today.
A mission?
What Santiago and Adam have been noticing towards the end of the last watch is that occasionally there were small animals, but you have to really zoom in on them
Okay.
as we're going over some of these lavas. So, although it looks barren, it might not be. And I promised them that You
Okay,
have the
so you
eagle
wanna use
eyes
my
to see tiny
eyes.
little animals from
Okay.
a long way off, because I know you have a particular
I have a set of skills.
super skill. Yeah,
Particular
like a
set of skills.
yeah. I have a very yeah. Don't you take my rocks
I've been
away.
seeing some animals. They are,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said, all very small.
But when
Okay.
we do see them, it'd be worth zooming in just in case we can identify
Okay.
anything that's like endemic vent stuff that's moving into the area.
This
Okay.
is pretty wild seafloor.
I love this
Isn't it?
Yeah,
like feature. Like,
yeah,
this,
it's pretty wild. I love it.
can you like see through it on the other side? It looks like,
Yeah, it
It
seems
probably
like you
is,
could.
right? It's like a national park,
yeah.
like arches.
It looks like
Now, what
like
we're
a
not going
really
to do
weird
is
creature.
what we're not going to do is stick our arm through and wave to ourselves through the arch. Right?
Is
In case we get stuck.
I'm not even gonna say it.
No. That's one I totally trust the pilot can do, so there's no need for the pilot to prove that they can't.
I feel like I'm being handled. I support it. Oh my goodness. This is so cool.
Our mission from our chief scientist is when we get to waypoint 5, we must collect a rock.
Okay.
All right.
So it's one of these, if the first one's friable, we just keep going till we get a solid one. Apparently persistence pays off. It's like the 37th reset.
Waypoint 5 is where?
That's
It's
where we're
quite
headed,
a
right?
ways away. We are.
So we have license to keep moving and just inspect, but make sure we don't pass by any biology inadvertently along the way.
Okay.
It is
There has been some nice white coloration.
60 meters away.
They did find some low temperature flow with bubbles on the previous watch I was watching.
Okay.
And that was really picked out really nicely in color, just the fact there was white discoloration in the crevices between some of these lava flows. So
Neat. So what's low temperature?
in their case, it was 30 degrees. I was disappointed. I thought it was going to be like 100 or something, just looking
Oh,
at
I
it.
see a critter. All right, so
Down left.
there's a little cladorhiza. There's a little white dot
Yes, I see it.
on the rock.
Down there.
Go for zoom.
Yeah.
Go for zoom.
No, right in the middle.
Is it just between the lasers that we're looking for? No.
Just
It's
left
those
of the left
little,
laser.
yeah, those little white.
That
It's
thing?
like a little sponge
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a carnivorous sponge.
Oh, my mistake.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Q-tips.
A hydrothermal Q-tip.
I did laser it though, so we've got a solid size on it.
Yeah. It's like 1 centimeter.
Laser dot.
Yeah.
You
As
can
you
push in further if you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably see a lot of these. They're really weird little creatures.
Look
They,
at all its little hairs
As we-
that are sticking
yeah.
out.
Could we? Oh, there's another one. Could
There's
we
a bunch
zoom
of
out a little minute? I
Yeah.
think over to the left there
zoom
might have been
out.
some other white discoloration
Yeah,
on
there
a rock.
was some anemones as well.
You can probably come up on delta a little bit. Yeah, maybe like 3 meters, 4 meters, something like that. I definitely see more of
I
the
saw more of the
carnivorous
Q-tips,
sponges.
but
Sorry, Q-tips, yep.
right down in your foreground now, down
Yeah.
here, what's all that?
What? Oh, you think that might be that
I think-
bacterial mat stuff?
I don't
I
know.
think that's all those cladorhizas.
Is they the same things?
Yeah.
Can we zoom and just have a...
Yeah, let me
When
get
you're ready?
them centered up a little bit better. Go for zoom.
Go for zoom.
Is that kind of what you're looking for with
Yeah.
that zoom?
Yes, it's more of the same things, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
But it was like... Can we zoom on the yellow fluffy stuff in the foreground now?
Yellow fluffy stuff in the foreground.
Yeah,
Okay.
see on top of that?
Yes. Go
pillow?
for zoom.
This is max zoom for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will push in a little bit. This stuff.
See, that texture doesn't look entirely geological.
No, it looks floofy.
Yeah. So it's probably, it might be dead now, but it might be like fossil microbial stuff.
We are getting increasing CO2 again in this region.
Oh, cool.
So
Go.
there could be
is-
something more active around.
Do you,
Okay.
Are you done looking at this?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Go wide.
But I mean, I think this was the kind of stuff that Adam and Santiago wanted us to be alert to, is the fact that whenever you see an unusual amount of biology of any kind, it suggests there's better food there than everywhere else in this barren landscape. So those are the kind of cues. When you're approaching other hydrothermal systems, it's like a known search strategy is to go up a biological gradient. That if you see any life at all, then you kind of turn towards whichever way would take you towards more life, and eventually you come across the source of where all the energy is coming from.
So you see 40 meters out, it looks like things come up pretty steeply, though it's a little hard to tell how steeply, just because this is like going to be very loud everywhere.
Be interesting to see if CO2 keeps rising or drops off.
Contours suggest we've got like 30 to 40 meters elevation in this area before we get to waypoint 5.
Okay. 30 to 40 meters average increase in elevation, but with like lots of funny cliffy stuff.
Yeah, lots of really funny stuff going on in here.
Okay.
So we'll do small moves.
Right.
Yeah.
It is really cool to fly over. Okay. We don't have to look at the porch. As fascinating as steel plates are. Do we want lasers on?
Yeah, there's no harm in having them. If we see something really spectacular, we can turn them back off again, right?
Okay, sounds good.
I like having them on.
Kind of gives you a sense of scale of what you're looking at, right?
You would.
I would.
Don't know what I mean by that.
Makes my job easier.
The scaly navigator.
She says scathingly. Can you, Rye, pan down and take a look at the lower loop in the tether? Let's see how healthy that looks. Ah, it looks invisible. I don't think it exists.
Okay. It worked itself
No,
out.
I mean, I don't think the tether exists.
Oh, yeah, it just goes into nothing.
We're on Wi-Fi technology now. Okay, we'll check back with it in a little bit.
Is there anything on there?
Ooh.
There might not be, but
Go
worth
for
taking a
zoom.
check.
Going for zoom.
There's more of
Is
those
that a
little
thing?
clatterises.
Yeah.
It's definitely mucky in the water.
Mm.
You can push in further.
Yep.
Is this kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, go wide.
It's pretty warm down there.
Is there anything on top there? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is that just fossil micro fluff or something?
Yeah, I can take a look. It's warm, hey?
Yeah, 6 nearly, 5.5.
It's what now?
5.5. It's not.
Isn't that what it is
Isn't that
everywhere?
cold? It's usually 6.5.
Oh, okay. I forgot how shallow we were.
Yeah, we're shallow.
I am used to it being 2 degrees.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It was 6 last night, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's actually cold.
that is cold.
Well, we are. Yeah, well, actually, because we're deep,
Go
but we're
for
in the
zoom?
crater, so you might have thought it would be warmer
Yeah,
inside the crater. Oh, there's a whole thicket of them. Right? Is that the same things, Megan? Just stained yellow with iron oxide on them?
No, the yellow stuff is something else.
And what are the tall, stalky things?
The white things are the sponges, and the orange fuzz is bacteria, I would presume.
Okay. The stalky things just look orange themselves here, or is that just because they're against an orange mat?
I think.
See all these things here?
Yeah, those things.
All that stuff? The little... That's something else?
Isn't that bacterial, Matt? It's
Well,
not a
I've not seen
sponge
it
or
sticking up
anything.
like that. That's cool.
It's not like
Okay.
the mat I've seen, but I've
I mean, mats are
definitely not
normally
seen
flat.
all
This-
Can you
mats.
push in further?
Yeah.
Yep.
This
I mean,
looks like little
in
stalks.
lieu of
Well,
knowing
it's
what
not
it
an
is,
animal.
we can just get good pictures.
Oh, it's probably not a plant either. I haven't seen mat that kind of grows vertically in little stems like that before.
It's like Velcro.
Hydrothermal Velcro. Work over that.
Hydrothermal Velcro.
Log it, Data. It's an observation.
You guys getting the stills you need for this?
Yep, I got
Okay.
Velcro on the seafloor.
Roger. Okay, go on.
Going wide.
Velcro has been documented.
Thank you. I wonder why it's there. Like,
Yeah.
just on, why is it on that rock and not the others?
Yeah. It's simply a tall rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then that's like, that's, if you were a coral, then that would be a good answer, right?
Look at this guy
Okay.
in
But I'm not a
Atalanta.
coral. Yeah.
There's like a little.
Oh, like a worm. Like, it's true. I'm not a coral. I am a bacterial mat.
Yeah. Can we zoom on that one as well?
Yes.
See if it's the same stuff.
Go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
This one's trickier because we're just not over there. It's not where we are.
It does look like the same stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is the same stuff. It's very stuffy. Okay, go wide.
Going wide.
Same kind of stuff, yeah? More Velcro.
I'm gonna give you a 20-meter ship move.
Sure. Am I out front at all? Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it happen.
Bridge now.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Good afternoon. We are ready for a ship move. We'd like to go 20 meters, 210.
I think you're pretty great too.
Belle, do you want to make this a good time to do introductions?
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, Talofa, Miksamo, and Lalanyagtoa. Greetings, Talofa. My name is Isabel Halatuituia. I am sitting on the Science Communication Fellow seat, and since we have so much to look and explore, no questions for today. To my right.
Hi, I'm Chris German. I am the watch lead for the next few hours. And next up we have... Oh.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm also on the science team for this dive, and I am running the SAGE sensor particularly. We have 2 on. All right.
Can we zoom on those, please, Gabby?
Yeah, go for zoom.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Ryan. I'm in the data logger seat for this watch.
In your front row, this is Megan, navigator seat.
Thank you. That's
Gabby Herc.
This is Rye in your Atalanta seat.
And I'm
Go
Samantha
away.
in the video engineer chair.
Okay, it's actually hot in here. Or am I just making things up?
I think you're just making
Oh,
things
okay. I do that.
up. Oh no, my butt
There's
feels
some
kinda
white
cold.
discoloration over there. Can we look
Megan's
at
got a
that?
scarf
Oh, yeah,
on.
I see it. What's that?
Megan's got a scarf on. I know it is cold.
If I start taking clothes off, then we know it's too hot.
Did they make a song about that?
They did. They really did.
Steady, steady.
The best stuff looks on
zoom
this left rock.
this one, yeah.
Yes.
I suspect it's just alteration of the rock around the rim,
Okay.
but
It's
does
like a rock that's cracked
suspiciously
open.
white, you know?
yeah, that's what drew my attention. But it's
Go for zoom.
It looks cool. It's just a different part of the modern art of the Wailusi Mount.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's all these like exploded pillows are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, go wide.
See, I would definitely hang that in my home, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, you might have it freestanding. Hanging it would be difficult. A rock that high, big?
It weighs 150 pounds.
Well, I mean, I'd have to have Adam cut it into like a slice.
I like painting these sorts of things. I've definitely done some abstracts from pictures from ROVs.
Oh, that would be a fun activity if we did like a paint night on the social
just,
deck.
Just all abstracts from
Is
various
that
captures.
a little beastie over there?
Could be.
Is that an anemone or something?
No,
no,
it's not
it
alive.
Could be, it could be white,
Oh,
but
Chris,
it's not.
what did you do? Did you try and identify biology?
Yeah, you just...
You foolish, foolish
It's
watch
a
leader.
rock.
Oh. Oh, no, Chris. I'm sorry.
Go resume.
Go resume.
If it is an anemone now, I'm going to go wild.
I think it's a rock.
It's just another scuffed rock. Denied.
Though I like your enthusiasm about biological life.
Look at this. Yep. Rock. Good rock, though. It's an excellent rock. Go wide.
It's not the rock we're looking
A
for.
prince among rocks.
Alright, we've got that feature at about 30 meters.
Yeah, it looks like the ship's coming to a stop, and Atalanta will hang out like 20 meters from it.
Perfect.
So that'll be delightful. It is pretty tall in some places, but it's not tall right in front of us.
Yeah, if you look at high pack, the ship seems to be parked right over where it gets steep.
Gabby, just to let you know, I'm going to try and fix the video thing on this monitor back here for like 2 seconds.
Okay. I'll try not to have heart failure.
Visibility seems better. Can I take a look at the tether?
Yeah, go for it.
I think that was a bold-faced lie, but okay.
No, it looks great. The tether looks awesome. It always gives me vertigo, though, to get that view.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's lying great. With, yeah, basically 0 wraps in it.
That was a good observation, though, Rye. The visibility is better now, isn't it? We should try and track that.
God, Chris, you are so quiet for me.
Oh, sorry.
No. You don't need to apologize. I need to try to figure that out.
Am I quiet for you too, Gabby?
Nope.
Not quite enough.
That was a
I have
really
to remember
ready
what
no.
Jamie said.
Nope.
We need other voices.
Sorry, what did you say before, Chris?
I was saying it was a really good observation when you said the visibility was clearer.
Oh.
Because where it's murky, it might be where
We'd
there's
like to
more
go
food.
another
because you'll
20
fluff and stuff like that.
meters to 10.
Oh, look at that hollow pillow. Let's zoom in on that.